Yeah, so that blue Chief, it really hit me hard. I just got my license, so it must have been like in 1988, and it was in MCM, the Swedish chopper magazine. And I was just flipping through, just got it, and came to that spread, and it was this blue two-tone candy, ghosted headrest on the side of the tank, chopped Indian Chief, and it just sat really right on the wheels. 21 inch in front, 16 in the back, maybe 4 or 5 inch over front fork. The dude that built it, he also looked totally legit. He had the, cut vest, worn jeans. He was just casually sitting on that bike, lit cigarette in hand in front of a weathered brick wall. Everything, the whole image was just so cool, and that it just stayed with me. That bike, that stance, everything was just right. It was just badass. And I still think I have that magazine somewhere. I kept it, for sure. So yeah, when I came back to Indian Motorcycle, that was early spring of 2018, and I came back as director of industrial design. My boss, Greg Brew, told me that my first job was going to be to lead the industrial design team creating the new Chief. I mean, this is the bike that I was dreaming of, when I first worked for Indian Motorcycle back in early 2000, and here I am, basically 20 years later, I get the opportunity to continue that bike. And I just couldn't believe it. Like, creating the new Chief for the 100-year anniversary, that's a big deal. Being part of the team that's going to make it, that's a huge deal. Sometimes stars just align, and the path you're on leads up to that one significant moment in your life where everything just comes together. And this was it. So when we reviewed the first sketches on the wall, there was one set that really stood out and spoke to me, and I guess kind of aligned with my vision for this bike. And these were the drawings of Rich Christoph. They just had that simple, raw, mechanical, cut down look that a really badass bobber should have. And everything was centered around a really beautiful frame that had a lot of kind of design icons from old Indians as well as some of our new Indians. Me and Rich, we started talking about, okay, on this platform, like what kind of flavors can we create on this bike? And from there, we just totally tripped out on everything that we love with, the American motor culture. Everything from the old Biker B movies that we watched growing up, to Easy Rider, to all the magazines we used to read. And that was really the start of it. Instead of creating another homage to the original beautiful 40 streamlined Chiefs, we wanted to capture and pay tribute to the ones that kept the flame alive by building choppers and bobbers from the Chiefs. So the blue collars, the rebels, the men and women who kept modifying and customizing, racing and riding the Chiefs. Often these bikes fall in the shadow of the original 40s Chiefs because they were just so breathtakingly beautiful. But when you take one of those Chiefs and you strip it, you bob it and you chop it, it's like a different animal emerge. It's simple, it's mechanical, it's raw. And that's the spirit we wanted to capture. Just badass. Enough said.